You see a group of men and women off in the distance on the ridge of another hill. So I'm going to do some rolls now.
Oh my.
Let's see. Okay.
It's always so intense when the DM starts doing things like this.
I know, behind the screen.
I don't like it.
I didn't like that rolling 2d6 twice thing. That was
Means we're on a random table. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
The calm before the storm, guys.
As we're walking along, I'm making small talk with JP, with Shah. I'm like, so you make
Shah.
dresses and that?
Okay.
Steven just interrupts.
Yeah.
I was waiting. I was like, 5. There was the 5-second grace period. If he didn't interrupt in 5, then I would answer.
No, he's in the book.
Yep. It's in the book.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
There we go.
You see a group of people running across the ridge of
Running or roaming?
running
Okay.
across the ridge of a hill that's sort of across from your hill. You see them. They don't appear to see you, but they have like daggers and swords out, and they're all running at top speed. And you see just like going over the ridge of another hill off to your right, off like in front of them, there's a herd of deer springing away from them. And these guys are just like, you can actually hear them. They're hollering and yelling and whooping, and they're all just running completely on foot. What do you do?
Is this only me?
You see it. You can point it out fairly easily, right?
I don't, though, and we keep going.
Okay, cool.
I just kind of just like look up with one eye, and I keep making eye contact with Gilly to make sure that he knows that I'm interested, and the other two are just kind of like marching along, making the path, and I don't bring up the fact that these things exist.
Okay. As you continue marching,
I'm just going to nod.
and these
Like,
guys, they just keep like running and screaming and hollering.
Are they running back the other way, or are they still running the same way?
No, they're still running across to your right as they're pursuing this herd of deer. And it's probably like 7 p.m., so it's dusk. But the rest of you start hearing it, and yeah, it's quick. It's quick for you guys to all see them and track where they're going. What do you do?
I don't
Can
bring
we-
it up at all
Okay.
to the party.
So none of us can see it?
No,
It's
you guys just
No,
started seeing it.
all
That's
of
what
you
he
can
said.
see it now.
Oh, okay. So we're seeing these group of people chasing deer, right?
On foot, screaming at the top of their lungs, like, that's the sort of sound that you hear.
That's what it sounds like. Good.
Yeah.
Good. And they're just chasing deer, right? Just look like they're hunting to us? Is that normal? That would seem normal.
Well, like, that's not how you hunt deer. So anybody who has any kind of
It's a bit
skills
weird.
in survival or nature knows that this is not the way you hunt deer, right?
Right.
Yeah.
This is very odd.
Uh,
I will have my warhammer out.
Yeah.
Because this is strange.
I'm just
this is,
as I notice like Sir Douglas react to it. I'm just like, well, those are probably just the simpletons out for a afternoon killing. We don't need to pay them any mind. We should just keep on with the keeping on.
Okay.
I say, looks like they've got no idea. And then I look around for like some kind of appreciation of the joke. But none comes.
Yeah, I just kind of like look down at you and I'm like, just like appalled.
No?
Claire
All
just
right.
has no idea how to react. She's just kind of like, oh,
Anyone?
well then. I
As you
guess
guys
they can
set
carry
your
on.
mind towards continuing on, you see one of them at the trailing end of this group just faceplant hard, and the rest of them continue running on. And this guy just lands face down, completely motionless now. He's not moving at all. Let's see.
I run to help him.
Okay.
Yes, I follow. Still with warhammer out.
Clara, as you approach across the hills, I mean, he's still like 300 or 400 feet away. So you start making your way down the face of this hill and up the side of the other hill where this guy fell. As you approach, you see a glimmer of something shiny at his wrist.
Okay. I continue to approach. And
Okay.
what do I see? Do I see it more clearly?
Yeah, you
Move
get
it
fairly
over.
close. This guy is kind of like he's like a big fat guy. He's really like
Big
his
fat
his
bitch.
clothes are like straining at his big belly, and he's just completely face down. He doesn't appear to be breathing. He's got like a bangle on his wrist that looks like it's like a braid of bronze and silver, and it has a peridot set at each end of the torque where it doesn't clasp, but where the two ends meet each other.
Okay. It's quite a lovely band for a peasant who has no idea how to hunt. And I
Fat man.
approach him and I grab his arms and try to yank him up. And I guess I don't know if I
So
need to
you're-
do a strength
You're like
check.
trying to lift him onto his feet or something?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Or see
Give
if
me,
I can see his face.
yeah, give me a strength check. Are you checking his face first? Are you?
Well, yeah, I'll lift him up, and I guess, as you lift up, you'd kind of see if someone's face, like, check their face, and then you'd keep yanking them to pull them to their feet. But
Yeah,
see
okay.
if they're conscious or not, whether or not they can actually be pulled to their feet.
You lift his head up to check his face, and you see that his entire chin is just soaked in blood, and so is the front of his shirt. And he's got this smell like fermenting grapes on him or something like that.
Oh, that
If I-
is not good. That's not good. That is
If
not
I
good.
if I see it, Sir Douglas moves to like pull Clara back.
Okay, Sir Douglas, so you step up and you like put your hand on Clara's shoulder, and the two of you hear this like gurgle sound, like, and then his belly ruptures, and like huge like fist-sized maggots come spraying out, and they plop wetly on the ground all over. Would each of you give me a dexterity saving
Hey, I'm
throw?
nowhere near this, Stephen.
That
yes,
is the most
this is
disgusting
only-
thing.
This is
Like,
only
I'm sorry,
Clara.
even more than the bear thing. That's so nasty.
Wow.
God. Okay, I'll roll. What do you want me to roll?
I want you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
This is both
This is Clara and
Clara
bonus
and Douglas, right?
and Sir Douglas.
Douglas. All right.
Oh wait, how do I?
Come on. Let's get that big D20 action. Oh.
That big D going.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh fuck! No!
Not the biggest. Pretty average.
+2.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh no. Why?
would
Good man, what are we gonna do?
this like there's just crud that sprays all over both of your faces. If you were to look behind you, you'd see like a silhouette of each of you in the grass, like from this
Oh my
spray that
God.
just exploded out of this guy in a full 360-degree radius. Would each of you roll 1d4?
Oh God.
God, that's so gross.
I want you
Okay.
to know I just now turned to actually roll my physical 1d4 and then thought, nope,
Good man. Yeah.
this is a new
Oh,
age of role
Okay,
playing.
good, good,
4, 3.
3.
good.
Oh, please say that's good.
No, I cannot in good conscience say that's good.
Oh my God.
Clara, will you write 4 down somewhere on your character sheet? Sir Douglas, will you write 3 down somewhere on your character sheet?
No. Okay, yes. I will.
God.
Oh, no. Yeah,
Am I still holding this guy's like arm, like as he's lifted?
I think you've probably dropped it, and
I've
him.
probably
like,
dropped it, and I probably stepped back, going,
yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
I lean over to Charles, and I'm like,
Oh.
I don't think this was the inspiration you were looking for, is it?
No, that's probably going to leave a stain.
Oh my God.
Actually,
I'm so glad.
I need both of you to roll a Constitution saving throw first.
Both us?
Clara and Sir Douglas. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Oh God.
Great. That's just awesome.
I've got the Constitution. Let's see.
What's my constitution? I think my constitution has no modifier.
I think it's a 0, Clara.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
just the. Blah.
I get a +2.
Yeah.
All right, come on, baby.
I actually rolled really well. Yay!
Oh, 1d20 plus the 2. You know you got it, Dougie.
Okay.
13.
Clara, erase your 4.
Okay.
Sir Douglas,
Yes.
keep your 3.
No. God.
No.
Oh, I've doomed us all. All right. The
Okay.
3 stays.
So you guys are a little bit shaken by this, clearly. What do you guys do now?
Knitting woman and silver-tongued urchin, stay back. Do not come any closer. Just until we're sure that this is not a threat to you.
Well,
We
we're
can
fine
handle this.
down
You're
here.
strong.
You let us know when it's all safe to go and you're not dead.
I just kind of yell whimsically. I'm like, "You're right."
I'll be trying
I'm
to
sure we'll
clean
be fine.
this. I'll be trying to clean the gore off of me as best
Yeah.
I can. Clara, you are learned in the ways of healing magic. Is there anything you could do?
I will gather my senses and figure something out. For the time being, and I sort of like delicately open up my backpack with like my fingers just kind of trying to hold apart the strings. I take out my common clothing because obviously I'm wearing my
Right.
chainmail, and I just sort of throw you my pants, and I take my shirt and I start wiping off whatever is on me.
Cool.
Just use my clothing, and I do not want it back. Dispose of it afterwards.
From down the hill, I'm just like, that's not going to come out.
Is this the extent of your healing powers?
No.
I
If
use
we,
the pants.
if we are unfortunate enough to have any kind of symptoms of this plague, then we will handle it at that point in time. But for now, I feel perfectly fine still, if not a bit utterly disgusted. And you seem still in perfect health to me, if not a bit gross. So for now, I'd say there's nothing to be done except to clean this off.
I think I saw a lake over there if you want to go jump in it.
Thank you, knitting woman. I'd say that's a great idea.
I
You
think
could
start
probably try to
walking
search for a
towards
lake.
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It would take a nature roll to
Okay.
see, or a survival roll to see if you can if you can find one nearby.
That would. That'd be
Alright.
great.
Gilly considers
Absolutely.
helping, but then she
Mine are
realizes
like
she's wearing
minus.
halfling clothes, and there isn't much fabric as is.
So a nature roll to see where we're going for the lake. Boom.
Right.
Yeah, I don't find a lake.
Okay. Clara, you sort of like look at the ground around you and you're like, "There's no lake here."
I see no water.
Yeah, I mean, do any of you others want to try and find a body of water, either a stream or a pool or a lake or something like that, to try and wash this off, or do you guys just want to carry on?
I can go for it.
I-
I got a pretty good nature roll.
Okay.
I absolutely would like to try for the nature roll. Get this. Try and get it off me as best I can.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, okay. 1d20. Do I have any? There you go. There's my d20. 14. I can't. It's all about the 14 today.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
Gilly.
All right.
Just dropped it.
So, Gilly, you realize that these two are going to need to wash themselves off.
Yeah.
So, you sort of propose to the group that each of you follows the sort of like the space between the hills in the direction that you're supposed to be going for a little while, and see if there's any like water collecting down in a basin or something like that. So you guys travel for like another 20 or 30 minutes, strolling through the cooling air of the evening as the sun starts to set and the crickets start to chirp. There's a flock of skylarks that flies overhead as you stroll through these plains.
Okay.
And Gilly, you find sort of a hollow in between hills where there's like a beautiful meadow of wildflowers, and running through it there's a small stream. And you lead the group right over there, and Clara and Sir Douglas, you're able to wash yourselves off to the best of your abilities.
At least. Just knowing there's that 3 on my character sheet still, I'm just like, I'm doomed. I'm doomed.
I don't know if it's doom, really. You know.
Yeah.
Mr.
not a-
Douglas, I would expect you to have a stronger constitution than that and to feel defeatist by this goo.
I should not have. Maybe I should have gotten more sleep before we embarked out. I have no excuses, milady.
Or, we probably could have just left those things alone. Like we were supposed to.
We
Might
saw
have-
someone in need. We had
Might
no
have-
way of knowing.
Yes, and
Sir Douglas,
yes.
you are proficient in Constitution as a
Yes.
saving throw. You should have rolled a d20 plus 4, not a d20 plus 2.
Okay. Can we go back then?
This is actually important because it means that you can erase the 3 on your sheet.
Oh my God! Now, so on my sheet, let me just see here. So it is a plus 4. That is oh God, that was a plus 4. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Shoot, what does that 2 mean
Saved
on
by
the
the
sheet?
Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm disappointed in you, chat. We could have done something cool, but instead we did something according to the rules.
Okay, well, and
Yeah.
thank you, chat. This is all my bad. This is my first time playing on 5th edition, so I was going by the big number. I don't know what that means, the 2 there. Anyway,
Yeah, that's the stat bonus. And then, like, your saving throw is 2 plus your proficiency bonus, which is another 2.
okay, that extra 2, baby, yes! Oh,
Yeah.
erasing 3 now. Oh,
Chat only have themselves to blame for saving you.
It's true.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I love you, chat. Mankind. Oh, you're beautiful. You saved a fighter's life here today.
All right, excellent. So you guys wash yourselves off. You sort of rinse your mouths out with this clean mountain stream, or clean plains stream. Where are you guys going to camp? Hey, like it's basically 8 p.m. Sun is setting.
I say
it's
right by the
going
water.
dark and cool. Right by the water.
How big is
Okay.
this body of water?
It's small. I mean, it's like maybe 3 or 4 feet across and maybe 2 feet deep at its deepest point. It's just a babbling over some rocks. Who of you has? I mean, does anybody have any training in nature?
Not me.
Let's see. You
Strippin
know
and
what
I might.
Strippin does?
I
Yep.
think I do, yeah.
So Gilly, you know that sleeping next to bodies of water can be risky because it's more likely that animals are going to approach the stream in the night. But they might, like for example, if you lit a big fire, they would be more likely to avoid you. But at that point, like maybe the people that you just saw would be approaching you. So up to you.
Okay, well, I'm going to share that knowledge with the group.
Of asking if we want to fire?
No, I'm just saying, like, just so
Well,
you
you kinda-
know, it's
you kinda
not
got a choice,
that
right?
clever to have a camp by the stream, but if you want to do it, it's fine.
Yeah, so you could camp by the stream, which might make you more susceptible to wild animals approaching the stream at night, or you could chase away the wild animals by lighting a big fire, but that is potentially going to invite humans to come check you out. So it's up to you guys.
Well, I don't spend too much time in the forest, as you can probably tell. Where's the best place to go, Gilly?
Honestly, I couldn't tell, Charlemagne, but well, here's fine if we light a fire, but if we light a fire, people might see us.
Well, that makes tactical sense. We should probably go find perhaps a cave or something that would accommodate better. And not.
I agree.
So we look around. Are there any hills like?
Yeah,
anywhere we
you're
might be
kind
able
of
to
in a
find?
hollow between 4 hills. So you decide to press on through the dark just a little bit, just enough until you find like a little hollow in a hill or something like that where you can create a little protected space, maybe light a small fire or something like that. So you sort of head around the other side of the hill, and right on the other side there's a nice little hollow where there's a couple big boulders that are sticking up out of the side of the hill. You could tuck a fire back in there, and not many people could see it, and the ground is fairly flat, so you can bust out your tents and stuff and camp for the night. So, good stuff. Who's the first watch? I hear it's Douglas.
Douglas still will take
will
that
take-
first watch.
Next
So
one.
Douglas, will you
Yes.
give me a 2d6, please?
Absolutely. Rolling now. 2d6. For a big 10.
10. Okay, cool. Roll your perception, please.
Just a D20?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Plus whatever your bonus is.
Where would I see that bonus?
It would be under your wisdom skill. So it's a +1 for perception for you.
Okay, there we go. Got too many windows open here. Whoop, no, you gotta roll it.
Slash
you can't
roll.
just say it, yep. I say 1d20 plus 1.
Okay, cool.
14!
So
Again?
you guys get the fire going, wolf down some trail rations. The rest of the group, collapses in sleep. You sit up, sort of resting your hands on your morning star, or your warhammer rather, looking out into the night. It's a clear night. The stars are twinkling overhead. Let me see. Yeah, you hear from across the plains the sound of howls as of wolves hunting across the plains at night, but none of them seem to approach. And by the end of your watch, nothing untoward has occurred. The fire has burnt down to embers and is now simply exuding warmth from the back of this little rocky enclosure. Who's taking second watch? Was it Clara Clarkson?
Yes.
Okay, so Clara, go ahead and roll a perception check for me, please.
Let's see, what's my perception? Oh, 3. Okay. Boop.
Ooh,
Okay, roll 2d6.
not good.
Damn. It's okay. It's okay.
Big
Nice.
rolls from Shannon today.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not paying a lot of attention. You're a little bit distracted. Maybe you're a little in your mind. You're like, oh my god, that stuff. What on earth was it in those things? What on earth were those? And oh my god, and you're just sort of like ruminating, right?
Still trying to pick it out from underneath my nails.
Yeah, exactly. and you're sort of like searching through your bag to make sure that none of it got inside. You're just really absorbed in this. Fortunately for you, nothing happens over the course of your watch. Everything goes smoothly. You guys don't have anybody taking over the next watches, do you?
No, I think it's just Douglas and myself, unless
Yeah.
I would just
Unless
assume
we
that they
nudge.
split 4 and 4. 4 hours, 4 hours.
That would be rough. They would probably get some exhaustion as a result of only catching 4 hours of sleep.
Well, the plan initially was to wake up early, so I guess I could take the third one, but it's not going to be that much of a watch. It's more just to
I'll take
do
the
other things.
third one.
Okay. Well,
See in the dark.
yeah, Gilly, you just trance for 4 hours, so you don't actually need 8 hours of sleep. So you'd probably be awake by now anyway. So you wake up and start watching. Ultimately, nothing comes of it. It seems pretty calm here. You found a pretty good sort of hidden away spot, and the night passes uneventfully. Dawn comes the next morning. The four of you waken yourselves, and what do you do when you wake up in the morning? Do you have a routine that you guys go through, or
I would say
are you just ready to hit the road?
I try to wake up before everyone else does, and I put on new attire instead of a slight pink color. It's now a violet undergarments with the studded leather on top. Not undergarments, rather, but undershirt and whatnot. And I also equip all of my weapons this time around, rather than not having them on.
What are your weapons? Are they visible?
Yeah, so I've got a rapier on my side, a short sword on the other side, and then I've got some daggers in places.
Those
Awesome.
are a lot of blades. I just put
Daggers
my
and blades.
chainmail on and, polish my, make sure there's no more crusty grossness on my mace and my spear. And that's it. I'm ready to go.
So the sun rises early from the east, which is off to your left, and you can actually see, now that the light is brightening, that about 400, 500 feet in front of you, the edge of the earth just sort of drops off to a cliff. And out in the distance, sort of like to the extremity of your vision, there is this just blasted dead land that has all these mounds all over it, right in front of you.
I thought we were quite far from that. We must have skirted closer than we thought. Unless this is another one.
I look at the group and I say, well, I guess we're not going round then.
I guess we got closer than we thought. Indeed, yes. Well, let's still deal with these thugs, and then we can come back. I'm kind of wary of more maggots bursting through chests.
I say we'll be fine in any case. But yes, we should proceed further south.
Sounds
Would
good
we-
to me.
So we start walking.
Yeah.
Straight to the south.
We're heading
Yep.
towards the
Well-
crater.
I think we're
no,
going
we
around.
Yeah, we avoid it.
Are we
Okay.
avoiding?
Yeah.
So you're just going to skirt along the edge.
Or just, about, what would you say, half a click out, like wherever we are. If we're walking south and there's the crater, then we walk beyond it. We walk to the far side of it. We're trying to avoid it. We wanted to look at that when we came back.
Yeah. I mean, in order to go south, like you have to go through the crater. So your only options are to turn either west or east in order to avoid
it's
it.
that big.
I mean, you can't see the other side of this piece of terrain from where you're standing. Like, it dominates the landscape to the south, as far as your current vantage point is concerned.
Shall we just carry forth and go straight through?
In my heart, I believe we would be fine.
Well, if Sir Douglas thinks we'll be all right, I believe in him.
All
I
right.
shall lead the way.
If we die,
take the
we'll make sure
courageous
that we
way.
curse him before we do so.
I will carry that burden, milady.
I had to skip breakfast after that maggot incident, but, what's the worst that can happen?
Probably
Okay.
more maggots. I mean, you can imagine much worse if you really put your mind to it.
All right. Awesome. So you guys head south, and you come to the edge of this cliff. It's fairly sheer. You could probably try like stumbling down it. It'd probably be mostly safe. The safest thing would be to set up some rope system in order to be able to climb down. It'd be an easy climb, but you could just sort of like surf your way down. How do you guys want to get down this cliff?
Is it like slanted or is it like vertical?
It's slanted.
I have a rope.
You could just
Yeah.
butt slide your way down if you want.
Can I take off my backpack and then sit on it and just go for it, slide down?
There we go.
Yeah, awesome. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Is that 20 plus 3?
Yeah.
Oh,
Man, okay,
good.
Gilly. You set down your backpack. You go sliding down. Let me see. I want to look at what kind of stuff you have in your backpack. Okay.
I got some instruments, a costume, and a belt pouch.
Yeah. So as you're sliding down, you can hear like your lyre start to like come loose from the back of the backpack where you had it sort of tucked out where you weren't sitting on it. And you're also heading straight for like a big rock in the middle of your path. So either you can like save the lyre and slam yourself into this rock, or you can let the lyre go by like lurching yourself to the side in order to slide around this rock as you go rocketing down this cliff. And then the lyre is probably going to like jump out, and who knows what's going to happen to it then, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna. Yeah. Oh bollocks! And then I roll,
Okay.
drop the lyre,
Okay.
just miss the rock.
So you roll, you avoid the rock. Your lyre goes flying out, and it actually lands straight on the rock, shattering in two. You hear like this "brang" as all of the strings go bursting.
Oh.
You've still got your flute, of course, but your
Yeah.
lyre is in a shambles. After another 5-10 seconds, you go sliding to a stop at the base of this rocky, dusty cliff.
How far of a drop is this?
I mean,
Or
it's
slide
like
is this?
it's like 50-60 foot slide.
Okay.
Having seen this, I will offer to tie, because I have a 50 feet of hempen rope. I'll offer to tie it to like a branch or a rock, something sturdy, and then allow the other two ladies to use the rope to climb down.
Cool.
And then because somebody will have to untie it, I will then untie it and attempt a sliding butt slide thing maneuver.
Okay. Cool.
I'm on,
so yeah,
I'm on
you-
my knees in mourning. clutching some of the small pieces of the lyre that made it down the bottom of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gutted.
Not
So
the
I sort of
liar.
hold out my hand and I let the Lady Charlemagne go first.
I just kind of like look at the both of you and like, as you do, and then I just get on the rope and start climbing down.
All right.
This
cool.
Then,
lady-
and then I say, "Thank you, muscly knight," and I grab on and I start lowering myself down.
Yeah, the two of you make your way down fairly safely. You've got to sort of like balance your way down the last 10 feet since it's a little bit longer than the rope is. But all in all, you make your way down fairly safely. No
Great.
strangeness. Sir,
Dougie.
yeah, Sir Douglas, you untie the rope, coil it back up, and then you do your slide down. So go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Will do. Let me just check now that I know these saving throws. Dex. Now I have a 14 dexterity. I'm not showing what the saving throw would be.
Right, so everything over there is just the full number below, so it's a 2.
So it's a 2. Okay.
And if it has a check mark, then you add another 2.
Okay.
And those are all written out for you, actually, everywhere there's a check mark.
Okay.
So this is just a d20 plus 2.
Okay. Thank you very much. Oh. Roll. Come on. 1d20 plus 2. 15. Moving up.
Sir Douglas, you just like step over the edge of the ridge and just slide down on your heels.
Like a boss.
Yeah, you're just like this the whole time. And you just slide to a stop right next to the broken pieces of the lyre.
Say,
Falling with
I'm-
style.
I am truly sorry for your liar loss, Gilly. I should have been handy with the rope before you leapt.
Yep, yep.
Well, he is
So-
an impulsive one. It's all right.
The four of you continue on straight to the south. Who's leading the group again? Was it Douglas? Sir Douglas, you were leading the group?
Sir Doug.
Yes.
Sir Dougie Doug. Okay, so the landscape and even the quality of light down here is different than it was before. It's a little grayer. The ground here is sort of a powdery, just like clay that has been pummeled into a powder. And there are all of these mounds, and you see like through the clay of the mounds, like there are like large stones buried in the mounds. You start threading your way between them as you head south. Dougie, can you give me a survival roll?
Yes. That's just a D20.
Yep.
Okay.
Plus 1 for your wisdom.
Plus 1. Okay.
9.
Oh man, got a 9.
Okay. Let's take a break. And then
Thank
when we
you.
come back, we'll find out what's going on with the survival roll.
Cool.
Oh man.
Oh,
Dum.
No.
All right. We'll see you guys in just a bit. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll be right back with hour 3 in just a bit.